Welcome back to our channel, my dear friends. Sometimes you are working hard, but your life still feels the same. You know you are capable of more, but you do not know how to reach that next level. The truth is simple. Your next level needs a new version of you. Better habits, stronger discipline, bigger courage, more focus, and less time wasted on things that do not matter. You cannot keep doing everything the same way and expect your life to become completely different. You have stayed at this level long enough. It is time to grow. So, let's begin. Lesson 1. Your next level requires a different you. If you want to reach the next level in life, you need to understand one important truth. You cannot become different while doing everything exactly the same. Maybe you want a better career, more confidence, a stronger body, better English, more money, a successful business, a peaceful mind. These are good goals. But before asking, how can I get a better life? Ask yourself, who do I need to become to create that life? Your next level may require habits that you do not have yet. It may require stronger discipline, better skills, more patience, more confidence, better control over your time. And sometimes, it may require leaving old habits behind. Imagine someone wants to become physically fit. They say, I want a strong and healthy body. But they never exercise. They sleep very late. They eat without thinking about their health. They follow this routine every day. Can they expect a completely different result? Probably not. The goal is new, but the habits are still old. New results usually need new actions. The same thing happens with success. You may want to grow in your career, but perhaps you're not learning anything new. You may want to speak English confidently, but you rarely practice speaking. You may want to start a business, but you spend more time thinking about it than working on it. You may want a peaceful life, but you keep giving your attention to unnecessary drama. Sometimes, the biggest thing standing between you and your next level is not a lack of opportunity. It is the version of you that is comfortable staying where you are. Comfort feels safe. You know your current routine. You know what to expect. Growth is different. Growth asks you to do things that may feel uncomfortable. Wake up when you would rather sleep longer. Practice when you would rather scroll. Speak even when you are afraid of making mistakes. Try something when you are not sure you will succeed. Say no to distractions. Learn something difficult. Accept feedback. Start again after failure. These moments may feel small, but they are building a different person, and that person can create different results. Think about your future self. Imagine yourself 1 year from today at the level you want to reach. What does that person do differently? Maybe they manage their time better. Maybe they exercise regularly. Maybe they speak with more confidence. Maybe they have developed an important skill. Maybe they waste less time. Maybe they keep promises to themselves. Now ask, which of those things can I start doing today? Do not wait until you reach the next level to behave like that person. Start becoming that person before the results arrive. This is where real change begins. You also need to be honest about what is holding you back. Maybe it is procrastination. Maybe you are afraid of failure. Maybe you care too much about people's opinions. Maybe you start things but rarely finish them. Maybe you spend hours on things that give you nothing useful in return. Do not judge yourself. Just identify the problem. You cannot change something you refuse to see. Then work on it step by step. Suppose your problem is procrastination. Do not say, I am lazy, I will never change. Instead, make the next action smaller. Work for 20 minutes. Complete one task. Put your phone away, then repeat tomorrow. You are not trying to become perfect overnight. You are teaching yourself a new way to live. And remember, going to the next level may also mean leaving some things behind. You may need to leave an old routine, a limiting belief, a comfortable excuse, a bad habit, maybe even an environment that keeps pulling you backward. You cannot carry everything from your old life into your new one. Ask yourself, does this help the person I am trying to become? If the answer is no, think carefully about why you are still holding on to it. Your next level is not created in one huge moment. It is created through hundreds of small decisions. Choosing to practice, choosing to learn, choosing to continue, choosing to rest instead of burning yourself out, choosing long-term progress over short-term comfort. Day after day, these choices begin changing you. Then your results begin changing too. Always remember, do not only wish for the next level. Become the kind of person who can handle it. Improve your habits, build your skills, protect your time, challenge yourself, and stop expecting your old routine to create a new future. Because sometimes, the next level is not waiting for a better opportunity. It is waiting for a better version of you. And before we start Lesson 2, please like this video, because your one like gives me motivation to create more helpful videos for you. Lesson 2. Stop doing only what feels comfortable. If you want to go to the next level, you cannot stay comfortable all the time. Comfort feels good. You do what you already know. You follow the same routine. You talk to the same people. You avoid things that make you nervous. You choose what feels easy. But there is one problem. If you always choose what is comfortable, you may keep getting the same results. Growth often begins when you do something that feels a little difficult. Think about the gym. If you lift the same easy weight forever, your body has little reason to become stronger. To improve, you slowly challenge yourself. Not so much that you hurt yourself, but enough that your body has to adapt. Life works in a similar way. If you want more confidence, you need to do things that require confidence. If you want better English, you need to speak even when you might make mistakes. If you want to become a better creator, you need to create even when you are afraid people may not like your work. If you want a better career, you may need to learn a difficult skill or take on a new responsibility. The next level usually lives just outside what feels familiar. Imagine someone who wants to become a confident speaker. They watch videos about communication. They read books. They practice alone. But whenever they get an opportunity to speak in front of people, they refuse. They say, I will do it when I feel confident. But confidence may never arrive first. Sometimes you have to speak while you are nervous. Your voice may shake. You may forget a word. You may make a mistake. But after doing it, you learn. I was nervous, but I survived. The next time becomes a little easier. Then the next. Confidence grows because you collected experience. This is why waiting until you feel completely ready can keep you stuck. You may never feel 100% ready. Start when you are prepared enough to take a reasonable first step. You can learn while moving. You can improve while doing. You can become more confident through experience. And remember, leaving your comfort zone does not mean doing something extreme every day. You do not need to completely change your life overnight. Challenge yourself in small ways. Speak for 5 more minutes. Read something more difficult. Take one new responsibility. Try one thing you have been avoiding. Ask one question you were afraid to ask. Make one decision without waiting for everyone's approval. Small, uncomfortable actions can slowly build a stronger version of you. There's also another kind of comfort you need to watch carefully. Excuses. Excuses can feel comfortable because they protect you from responsibility. I don't have enough time. I am not talented. I will start next month. I am too old. I am too young. People will judge me. Maybe some of these problems are real, but instead of only asking, why can't I do this? Ask, what can I do with what I have? Maybe you cannot give 2 hours. Can you give 30 minutes? Maybe you cannot buy an expensive course. Can you learn from something you already have? Maybe you cannot change everything today. Can you change one habit? Your next level does not require perfect conditions. It requires you to stop using imperfect conditions as a reason to do nothing. You should also become comfortable with being a beginner. When you enter a new level, you may not be the best anymore. You may make mistakes. You may feel slow. You may look at experienced people and feel behind. That is okay. Being bad at something new is often the price of becoming good at it later. Every expert had a stage where they did not know what they were doing. They learned because they stayed long enough to improve. Do the same. There will also be moments when you fail. Do not immediately run back to your comfort zone. Ask, what did this teach me? What went wrong? What can I improve? Then try again with more knowledge. Failure is painful, but it can also give you information that comfort never could. Imagine climbing stairs. You cannot reach the next floor without leaving the step you are standing on. For a moment, you have to lift your foot and move into an unstable position. Then you reach the next step. Growth can feel the same. You leave something familiar before the new level feels normal. That uncomfortable moment is part of the journey. Always remember, you do not need to become fearless to grow. You only need to stop letting fear make every decision for you. Take the opportunity. Practice the skill. Have the conversation. Try the difficult thing. Make the mistake. Learn. Try again. Because your comfort zone may protect you from failure, but it can also protect you from growth. If you truly want the next level, become willing to feel uncomfortable while you build it. Lesson 3. Raise your standards, not just your goals. Almost everyone has goals. I want to become successful. I want to get fit. I want to speak English fluently. I want to earn more money. I want to become more confident. But goals alone do not take you to the next level. You also need to raise your standards. A goal is something you want. A standard is something you decide you will no longer accept from yourself. For example, your goal may be, I want to become healthier. But your new standard could be, I take care of my body regularly. Your goal may be, I want to improve my English. Your standard could become, I practice English every day, even if it is only for 20 minutes. Your goal may be, I want to become successful. Your standard could be, I do not waste my best hours every day. That is the difference. Goals show you where you want to go. Standards change how you live on the way there. Imagine two students who both want high marks. The first student says, I really want to do well. But they study only when they feel motivated. They keep delaying difficult subjects. They spend hours on their phone. The second student has the same goal, but a different standard. They decide, I study at this time every day. I finish important work before entertainment. I ask for help when I do not understand something. Who is more likely to improve? The second student. Not because their dream is bigger, because their daily standard is higher. The same is true in every area of life. If you want to go to the next level, look at what you currently accept. Do you accept being late all the time? Do you accept giving up whenever something becomes difficult? Do you accept wasting hours every day? Do you accept making promises to yourself and constantly breaking them? Do you accept poor quality work when you know you could do better? Your life can begin changing when you say, this is no longer good enough for me. This does not mean becoming cruel to yourself. You will make mistakes. You will have bad days. You will sometimes need rest. Raising your standards is not demanding perfection. It means expecting better effort and better choices from yourself. Suppose you promised yourself that you would exercise today. You feel tired after work. Your old standard says, I don't feel like it. I'll do it tomorrow. Your new standard says, I may not do my best workout today, but I will still show up and do what I reasonably can. That small difference matters. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust in yourself. You begin thinking, when I say I will do something, I can depend on myself. That creates confidence. Real confidence is not only telling yourself, I am amazing. It is having evidence that you can trust your own actions. Raising your standards also means becoming careful about your environment. If you want to become focused but spend all your time around distractions, growth becomes harder. If you want to think positively but constantly listen to negativity, your mind will be affected. If you want to become ambitious but everyone around you laughs at growth, you may slowly lower your own expectations. You do not need to leave everyone, but protect your direction. Spend more time around ideas, habits, and people that support the person you want to become. And raise the standard of your work. Do not ask only, is this finished? Ask, is this the best I can reasonably do? There's a difference between completing something and caring about its quality. Maybe you create videos. Maybe you run a business. Maybe you are a student. Maybe you work for someone else. Whatever you do, become known for doing it well. Your work becomes part of your reputation. Do not wait for someone to force you to improve. Become the person who expects quality from yourself. You should also raise your standards for how people treat you. Going to the next level is not only about productivity. It is also about self-respect. You can be kind without accepting repeated disrespect. You can care about someone without allowing them to constantly disturb your peace. You can forgive someone and still create a boundary. As you grow, you may realize that some things you once accepted no longer belong in your life. That is part of growth. But remember, never raise your standards only for everyone else while keeping them low for yourself. Do not demand honesty if you are dishonest. Do not demand respect if you disrespect people. Do not expect effort from others while giving none yourself. Become the standard you expect. Start small. Choose 3 areas of your life where you know you can do better. Maybe your health, your work, your time. Then decide what your new standard will be. Not something impossible, something clear. I move my body regularly. I finish my most important work before wasting time online. I practice my skill every day. Then live by those standards long enough for them to become part of who you are. Always remember, your next level is not created only by setting bigger goals. It is created when you stop accepting the habits that keep you at your current level. Raise your standards, improve your choices, keep your promises, do better work. Because when your standards rise, your life slowly begins to rise with them. Lesson 4. Build skills that make you more valuable. If you want to reach the next level, you cannot depend only on hard work. You also need to become better at what you do. You may work for many hours every day, but if your skills never improve, your results may stay almost the same. This is why learning is so important. Ask yourself, what skill would make the biggest difference in my life right now? Maybe you need better communication. Maybe you need to improve your English. Maybe you need to learn sales, marketing, writing, leadership, technology, video editing, money management. Choose something that connects with the future you want. Then start learning it seriously. Do not try to learn 10 skills at once. Choose one important skill and give it real attention. Suppose you want to become a confident English speaker. Watching English videos can help, but you also need to speak. Practice conversations, read aloud, learn useful phrases, record yourself, listen to your mistakes, correct them, try again. Knowledge becomes powerful when you use it. The same is true for almost every skill. If you want to become a better writer, write. If you want to become a better speaker, speak. If you want to learn video editing, edit videos. If you want to understand business, start solving real business problems. Practice turns information into ability. And do not be afraid of being bad in the beginning. Your first attempt may look terrible. You may feel slow. You may make simple mistakes. That does not mean you have no talent. It means you are learning. Think about the first time someone drives a car. They think about everything: the steering wheel, the brake, the mirrors, the road. It feels difficult. After enough practice, many of those actions become natural. Skills work the same way. What feels difficult today can become normal after enough practice. You also need feedback. Sometimes you cannot see your own weaknesses. Ask someone who understands the skill. Listen carefully. Do not become angry when someone points out a mistake. Useful feedback is not an attack. It is information. Take what helps you and improve. Another powerful habit is studying people who are already excellent at what you want to do. Do not only admire them. Study them. Ask, what do they do differently? How do they communicate? How do they solve problems? What can I learn from their work? Then test those lessons in your own way. Do not copy someone's entire life. Take useful ideas and develop your own ability. And remember, the world often rewards people who can solve valuable problems. If you can communicate clearly, that has value. If you can teach something well, that has value. If you can create useful content, that has value. If you can help a business find customers, that has value. If you can solve technical problems, that has value. So instead of only asking, how can I earn more? Sometimes ask, how can I become more useful? When your ability grows, new opportunities can become possible. Your next level may not need more luck. It may need more skill. Imagine two people applying for the same opportunity. Both are hardworking. But one person spent the last year improving communication, learning useful tools, practicing their work, and becoming better at solving problems. That person now brings more ability to the table. Their growth created new possibilities. You can do the same. Give yourself 6 months, a year, 2 years. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep improving. Do not become impatient because you are not an expert after a few weeks. Real ability takes time to build. But once you develop a valuable skill, it stays with you. Nobody can take away the hours you spent practicing. The knowledge becomes part of you. The experience becomes part of you. The confidence becomes part of you. So never stop learning just because school is finished or because you already have a job. Your next opportunity may require something you do not know yet. Prepare yourself before the opportunity arrives. Always remember, if you want a bigger future, build bigger ability. Learn something useful. Practice until you become good. Accept feedback. Solve real problems. And keep improving your value. Because sometimes, the fastest way to reach the next level is not to chase the next opportunity. It is to become the person who is ready when that opportunity comes. Lesson 5. Protect your focus and stop wasting your best energy. You can have big goals. You can have talent. You can have a good plan. But if your attention is always going in different directions, reaching the next level becomes difficult. Your focus is powerful. And today, many things are fighting for it. Notifications, messages, social media, short videos, gossip, other people's opinions, unnecessary arguments. You pick up your phone for 5 minutes, then 5 minutes become 30. You watch one video, then another, then another. At the end of the day, you say, I didn't have enough time. But sometimes the problem is not a lack of time. The problem is where your time went. We all get the same 24 hours. You cannot create more time. But you can become more careful about what receives it. Start by identifying your most important goal. Ask yourself, what deserves my best energy right now? Maybe it is your career, your studies, your business, your health, a skill you are learning. Once you know the answer, give that goal a protected place in your day. Do not always leave your biggest dream for the time when you are already tired. If possible, use some of your best energy on your most important work. Even one focused hour can be powerful, but it has to be truly focused. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary apps. Stop checking messages every few minutes. Do one thing. Imagine trying to read a book while someone interrupts you every 30 seconds. You would struggle to understand anything. Your phone can create the same problem. Every notification pulls your mind away. Then you have to bring your attention back, again and again. At the end, you feel mentally tired even though you did very little meaningful work. Protect your attention like something valuable. Because it is. You also need to stop giving your energy to every opinion. As you try to grow, people may have something to say. Why are you doing that? That will never work. You have changed. You are trying too hard. Listen to useful advice, but do not let every comment change your direction. Some people are speaking from experience. Others are simply speaking. Learn the difference. If you spend your whole life trying to prove yourself to everyone, you will have very little energy left to improve yourself. Your goal needs your focus more than your critics need your explanation. Another thing that steals energy is comparison. You open social media and see someone doing better. Someone is earning more. Someone has a better body. Someone has more followers. Someone reached a goal before you. Suddenly, you feel behind. But their progress has nothing to do with the work you need to complete today. Close the app. Return to your path. Ask, what can I improve today? That question gives your power back to you. You should also learn to say no. Every invitation does not need your yes. Every conversation does not need an hour. Every problem does not need your involvement. Every opportunity is not your opportunity. When you say yes to everything, your important goals receive whatever time remains. Sometimes, going to the next level means saying, "This is not important enough for my attention right now." That does not make you rude. It makes you clear about your priorities. But focus does not mean work in every second. Your brain needs rest too. Sleep. Take breaks. Spend time with people you love. Exercise. Do things you enjoy. The goal is not to remove everything from your life except work. The goal is to stop wasting energy on things that give you nothing valuable in return. There is a difference between rest and distraction. Rest gives you energy back. Constant distraction often takes your time and still leaves you tired. Learn the difference. Imagine two people working toward the same goal. One works for 6 hours, but constantly checks the phone, answers messages, watches videos, and changes tasks. The other works for 2 focused hours without unnecessary interruptions. The second person may accomplish more. More hours do not always mean more progress. Focused hours matter. So create periods in your day when your attention belongs completely to one important thing. Maybe 30 minutes. Maybe 1 hour. Maybe 2. Start with what you can manage. During that time, protect your mind. Then repeat it regularly. You may be surprised by what you can build when your attention stops going everywhere. Always remember, your next level needs your attention. Stop giving your best energy to things that do not build your future. Protect your focus. Choose your priorities. Ignore unnecessary noise. Do meaningful work. Because where your attention goes, your life slowly follows. Lesson 6. Stay consistent until your next level becomes your normal. Reaching the next level is not about having one perfect day. It is not about working hard for 1 week. It is not about feeling motivated for 1 month. The real challenge is simple. Can you keep going long enough to change? Many people start with excitement. They create a new routine. They wake up early. They exercise. They study. They work on their goals. For a few days, everything feels exciting. Then life becomes normal again. Motivation becomes weaker. Progress looks slow. And they stop. But this is exactly where your next level begins. You have to continue after the excitement disappears. Imagine you want to improve your English. You practice for 1 week. You still make mistakes. You still hesitate. You think, this isn't working. But what did you expect? A skill that takes years to master will not completely change in 7 days. Keep practicing. Speak every day. Listen. Learn useful phrases. Correct your mistakes. Give yourself time. After months of consistent practice, the sentences that once felt difficult may begin to come naturally. This is how growth works. At first, your new habits feel difficult. Then they become familiar. Eventually, they become part of your normal life. The same thing happens with exercise. At first, going to the gym may require effort. Your mind gives you excuses. You have to push yourself to go. But after enough repetition, exercise becomes part of your routine. You stop asking, should I go today? You simply know, this is what I do. That is powerful. Your next level begins when the habits that once felt difficult become normal for you. But consistency does not mean perfection. You will have bad days. You may miss a workout. You may waste an evening. You may lose focus. You may make a mistake. Do not turn one bad day into a reason to quit. The strongest people are not perfect. They are good at returning. If you miss today, return tomorrow. If this week was bad, make the next week better. Do not wait for Monday. Do not wait for a new month. Do not say, I ruined everything. You did not. Return to the work. You also need patience with slow results. Sometimes you are improving before you can see it. Imagine planting a seed. You water it for several days, but nothing appears above the ground. Does that mean nothing is happening? No. Growth may already be happening where you cannot see it. Your life can work the same way. You may be building knowledge, developing discipline, improving your skill, becoming mentally stronger, learning from mistakes. The visible result may come later. Do not quit during the invisible part of your progress. And stop changing your plan every time you see someone doing something different. One person wakes up at 5 a.m. Another works late at night. Someone follows one method. Someone else follows another. Learn from people, but find what works for you. Then stay with it long enough to see what it can do. Constantly starting over can keep you at the same level. At some point, you need to stop searching for the perfect method and start becoming consistent with the good one. Your next level may also feel lonely sometimes. Not everyone will understand why you are working harder. Some people may still see the old version of you. That is okay. You do not need to convince them. Keep improving. Let your actions create evidence. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. If you improve just a little every day, where could you be? Maybe stronger, more confident, more skilled, better with money, more focused, speaking better English, running a better business, living with better habits. You may look back and realize that no single day changed your life. Hundreds of ordinary days did. That is why you should respect small daily actions. One workout does not transform your body, but hundreds can. One English conversation does not make you fluent, but hundreds can make you much better. One focused hour may not build your career, but hundreds of focused hours can change what you are capable of. Small actions become powerful when you refuse to stop repeating them. And when you finally reach the level you once dreamed about, something interesting happens. It no longer feels extraordinary. It becomes your normal. The discipline becomes normal. The confidence becomes normal. The skill becomes normal. The stronger version of you becomes normal. Then you look ahead and realize, there is another level. That is growth. You never need to hate where you are. Be proud of your progress. Enjoy your achievements. But never stop learning and improving. Always remember, your next level will not be built by one big decision. It will be built by the small decisions you repeat when nobody is watching. Raise your standards. Protect your focus. Build your skills. Do uncomfortable things. Stay patient. Keep showing up. And give yourself enough time to grow. Because if you keep doing the right things long enough, the level you are fighting to reach today can become the life you naturally live tomorrow. My dear friends, going to the next level does not happen by luck. It happens when you decide to become better. Raise your standards. Leave your comfort zone. Build useful skills. Protect your focus. Stay disciplined and keep going even when progress feels slow. You do not need to change everything today. Take one step. Improve one habit. Make one better decision. Then repeat it tomorrow. Your next level is waiting for a stronger version of you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.